Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm heading out for the night and I'm going to meet a fellow YouTuber who I'll introduce you to when I get up there. I think he's ahead of me just now, but I'm in Scot I in Perthshire, or is that Stirlingshire? I'm not sure. But I'm not hanging about. The midges are crazy here. It's really wet, very damp, very still and warm. Perfect conditions for them. Haven't put the smidge on yet. So anyway, I'm nearly ready. I'm going to get this pack on and start heading up the hill, and I'll bring you back in a wee while once we make some progress. What an afternoon of weather it's been as well. I nearly called this off. It's been absolutely torrential. The flooding and the thunderstorm showers this afternoon as I came up from Glasgow. But I'm hoping there's a window of opportunity. Which would be really good because I want to obviously meet my fellow YouTuber and have a chat rather than sitting in respective tents watching the rain, but we'll see how it goes. We'll just crack on and get up here as soon as we can. Whilst it's still dry, showers just stopped, so I'll take advantage of that and hoping that that's the way it'll go later this evening. Stop for 2 seconds there, got a wee slip of water. Next thing I know, surrounded by a cloud of midges. No smidge on yet. I'm just going to hold fire, see if it's windy up further up. But yeah, you've got to keep moving. Honestly, June in Scotland, 12 degrees, pouring down and bitten alive. It's great. I love camping. That's the first wee steep slog over. Back onto a fire trail. Have you worked out who I'm meeting yet? Probably. I'll probably put it in the title. But let's say it's a he. And let's say he's a similar age to me. I hope that doesn't insult him. I'll check that when I get up there. And my wife says, he's very funny, you should meet him. He's much funnier than you on camera. Yeah, thanks, Jan. Right, finished that wee fire trail section. And now it's getting a wee bit steeper again. I'm in full waterproofs. I'm trying not to sweat because I don't really have a change of kit. So I just want to keep dry, keep comfortable, but don't start perspiring too much. That's kind of looking south, down from the village and back towards Callander. But yeah, we're still dry at the moment and I'm absolutely roasting, by the way. So a big shout out to Adam Lixo, who gave me this idea actually. He put up some really nice photos. If you don't follow him, check out his Instagram. And if you're on the Facebook Scottish Hill Walking page, you'll see a lot of his shots. He took some really nice photos from up here, which kind of inspired me to come back. It's been a long time and I've never camped on it. So thanks, Adam. Right, quick slug of water, we'll keep moving. It's 5:30 now nearly. Still remarkably still. And the hill's beginning to open out in front of me, apart from the fact you can't see the views. But yeah, we're getting there, we're making progress. Going slow, still trying not to break a sweat. And I need to find a river before I get to the camp because I'm not carrying any water, so I've got an Nalgene to fill up. And it does say there's a stream on my left shortly, so hopefully we'll find it. Found a nice wee stream here, so I've just filled up. That's an Nalgene full, ready for cooking. And I've just replenished my hydro pack as well, so that'll keep me hydrated on the way up. But I don't think I've got long to go, probably about a third. Looks like I'm clearing the tree line now. You can see the clag below me there. It's typical of today. Just hoping it might lift a wee bit tonight. Take your chances, don't you? And as you can see, the midges are swarming. Right, I'm off. Oh, it's getting a wee bit steeper again now. I think I saw our fellow YouTuber on top of the hill there. So I think he's on the first summit. At least I'm surmising. Anyway, the view just keeps coming and going. It's quite atmospheric, but really would like a bit more of a breeze, but hopefully we'll get that on the top of the hill. Anyway, I've got this slog to do here and up. But I don't think we'll go as far as the summit if there's a nice spot to be had up here. Can you see him on the brow of the hill, laughing at me and my effort? Well, jumped forward half an hour, and as you can see, I'm pitched. But it just, the heavens opened as I arrived. Went out with Jim, had a quick chat, and then he had to dive back into his tent while I got my stuff up. I'm hoping this will go off again, then we can get out and actually say hello to each other properly. But anyway, it's nice to be in here. I'll get the mat up, I'll get my gear together, and then think about some food and a wee hot drink, and hopefully get some socialising done. So bear with me while I just get everything sorted out here. I'm still sitting in my soaking wet trousers, absolutely covering the place in water. So we'll get that dried up and I'll come back to you. Alright, that's my view out one door. And let me show you whose tent this is. Can you guess who he is? In a nice Durston DCF. No prizes, I'm sure you know who it is. I'm with Boardman Outdoors. Jim, who you'll meet in a minute, I'm sure, if this rain goes off. But at the moment we're both tent bound. He's cooking up a bolognese. I've got some gnocchi with mozzarella and tomato inside it, so that's a simple boil. I'm not quite hungry enough yet. I just fancy a wee drink and some snacks, and then I'll think about this, hopefully when the rain goes off. But yeah, first wet camp in a while, you forget, you're just so tent bound. It's miserable out there, you know. All my gear's stashed to the right hand side here and it's soaking. So I'm just keeping that out of the inner tent just now. Just trying to manage moisture, as they say. But I'm sure we'll get together on shortly. I'm just waiting for that rain to go off. Every time it just dies, you think, right, I'll nip back out, and it just pours again. Well, we'll certainly find out if the tent's waterproof or not. Well, we haven't had a break in the weather yet, so I've decided to put my dinner on. I think Jim's already cooked, so we're finishing his. So I'm just going to have mine in the hope that by the time I finish this, the rain might go off and we can actually get outside. I can see a million midges all over the fly sheet now outside as well, which is a bit of a worry. So the wind must have died. We're not winning tonight. A brew with a view. It's looking nicer now. It's actually stopped for more than 30 seconds. Well, it's finally stopped raining. But payback is the bloody midges. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Anyway, I bet you know this man. Jim, I don't even know what your surname actually is. Is it?
Possibly
you can't possibly say.
It's definitely not Boardman.
Yeah, so the two of us have finally actually got to say hello to each other. As I came up, the rain just came on. It was horrendous. So I pitched in the absolute soaking wet. My gear is absolutely ringing. And then for about the last hour, it is just rain continuously. So we've both had our dinner. This is it now broken up. We've come out, but we're getting, as you can probably see, absolutely attacked. So if you can see it through the midges, this is Jim's tent. A Durston, what do they call it? Is that an Xmid?
Xmid Pro.
Xmid Pro. So it's really nice actually, lovely and light. Yeah, so I thought I'd bring out the F10 Nexus again tonight just to see how we got on. I brought it mainly as a wind test, but the one thing we don't have is the wind.
Where's this come from?
You may remember on Ben Vracky, I brought a nice whiskey that night. It was at Macallan. This is the same one, so I keep this bottle for special occasions. So we'll have a wee £1,000 dram. Well, not £1,000 per dram, but yeah, it should be quite nice. You got yourself a wee cup or anything you can grab there with me for it? Cheers all. Cheers Jim. Good to meet you.
Andrew.
Good to meet
You're
you, sir.
very generous.
Good, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Covers and all that kind of stuff.
What was it?
All over the place. 7 years of it.
This is the first time I've ever seen inside the Durston Xmid DCF. Jim's just showed me around it. Really nice actually. I love the size for the weight is incredible actually, isn't it? And are you using carbon poles rather than walking poles, or is that your...
Yeah,
they're just carbon?
They're actually Durston Z flick poles.
Right. So I've been nattering away with Jim for a long time now because we've got a good run of dry weather and a wee bit of a breeze, which kept the midges away. But it is very cold now. I'm getting pretty nippy, pretty chilly. Fingers are going a bit. I didn't bring gloves, didn't bring a beanie. It is getting a lot colder, so I'll probably make a wee brew and then I'll maybe head inside into my tent to get warmed up and in the bag. Scotland game, as far as I understand it, is not going well, so it kind of justifies coming out there rather than staying at home and watching it on the TV. Maybe things will turn around in the second half, who knows. But yeah, it's been a nice night. It's been great to have a chat with Jim. so much to cover. He's an interesting chap and he's done so many different things. But yeah, the views are quite nice now, looking down the loch at Loch Lubnaig and the cloud. Just a kind of slight, almost like an inversion. I don't know if it'll be like that in the morning, we'll see. Alright in the end. I thought this was going to be an absolute disaster. But we've...
no, it's been okay.
We've covered a few subjects and plenty more to go before it gets dark, if it gets dark. It's only 20 to 10. But yeah, it's turned into a nice night now, a wee bit nippy. So I'm going to get a hot drink on, I think, and something to eat, and we can continue this.
How's your football team doing?
I'm scared to look. It's nice in the tent again. I'm just going to check in on the Scotland score and hope for miracles. Well, apparently we get mullered 5-1. I'm glad I wasn't at home watching that. So tonight, sleep system is the Light Tour mat, which has got a very high R rating, so it's a very comfortable but warm and relatively budget mat. And then I've got my Decathlon 4-class 0 rated sleeping bag, which actually, judging by the temperatures outside, I might need that warmth. So all in all, yeah, a nice successful evening in the end, thank God. I was really beginning to feel pretty guilty about bringing Jim up here. It was not ideal conditions. Right, okay, that's me tucked up for the night. Jim's happily ensconced in his tent. So we're just going to get up about 6:30, see how it goes, I think. I don't know what the weather will be like in the morning. Probably not brilliant. I'm going to edit some videos and I'll bring you back in the morning. Cheers just now. Well, what a result this morning. Look at that view. What a great cloud inversion we've got this morning. So much better than last night. But it's been really good. I've enjoyed it. Nice wee chat with Jim. Got to know each other a wee bit. We're both snorers. We found that out as well. But there's no midges this morning and it's a lovely warm day now. It's only 7:15. So I've just had a wee leisurely breakfast, taken a few shots. We're just starting to pack up and then we'll head down. Both of us have got family commitments for the day, so we're not going to bother going on to the main summit, which is just behind you here. But again, thanks to Adam for pointing out this wee campsite to us. Tremendous this morning, absolutely gorgeous. There's some great views looking away across the Cruachar Drain behind the camera, Ben Lawers and Ben Glass north of me here, and then Stuka Croin and Ben Vollich behind me. That's looking south, so you're looking over what was Loch Lubnaig last night. Completely enveloped in clouds, so it'll be a bit colder and dank down there. But our tents are drying out nicely. We've kind of lucked out at the right height, I think, in terms of altitude. It just gives us a great set of views. And I can see the weather, I think, is beginning to change in the distance there. So if we clear out, we should miss today's rain. But we'll take another leisurely half an hour and then head.
Good morning.
How did you sleep?
That sounds a bit better than you, Andrew.
Couldn't have been any worse than me. I'm glad you got some.
I did. Somebody said they heard me snoring. I'm alright. We're a little bit cold this morning, first thing.
Yeah.
But I think my sleeping bag's getting a bit too old.